Context. So, context is the story that we create, that we choose, to tell about ourselves and our circumstances. And so, that created context that we come up with, it's meant to be a good and empowering thing. But before that, is the condition, which, uh, our egos tend to look at as, largely negative. Um, for me, growing up, I experienced a lot of, what I perceived as loneliness, disconnection, people fighting, not getting along, egos smashing up against each other, scarcity, stuff like that. Uh, right before I started recording this video, I've got a new phone. It's an Android. And whenever I went to start recording the video, it said I didn't have enough space on my phone to even use my camera. Like I had to go back and delete some of my longer videos that I'd recorded and saved on my phone just to make room to be able to do this. So if I was living in the old condition, I could tell a whole story, about scarcity, and, I could really put myself through a lot of suffering by doing that. But fortunately, I've got better tools now, so I can see, what my ego's up to. It's like, oh, you want to tell this story that's disempowering and negative, and I'm a victim, and all this kind of stuff. When actually, I get to create a context. I made room for something greater to come through, which is another of my visionary distinctions. So, in my life, those three things that I noticed were missing, not the only three things, but three things that stuck out to me were harmony, fellowship, and intimacy. And so I now get to create those experiences in my life for myself and everyone around me. So fellowship has been a big one that's been alive in my life the past few months. I've been going to church with my grandparents, which is kind of a mirror of, something that used to happen when I was growing up. I would be in church a lot, and yet I would feel disconnected. I would not feel comfortable. Uh, I wouldn't feel harmony or fellowship or intimacy in many cases in the context of the church environment, or any environment, family gatherings, school, all that stuff. I felt so much disconnection, and now I'm coming through and I'm connecting with people, and I'm sharing from my heart, and I'm being invited in. I'm experiencing harmony, fellowship, intimacy. I'm not being left out. I get to be the source of those things in my life and share with everyone. So the condition side, you kind of restrain that, like don't go crazy and create unnecessary suffering for yourself. I'm stepping into abundance, and I am unleashing my gifts and my potential and my love into the world and receiving it as well. And so it's a context of infinite love circulating. Context.